Welcome to the Great Books and Literature channel. We are out in nature. It's a beautiful day in north of England and we have a little update about books. So we had a bit of Proust and the brothers Karamazov on this channel before, and then a big project now is that I'm also reading Dante, or I'm making a whole series about Dante. I made one about the Paradise last fall, and now I'm doing one of the Purgatory, Mount Purgatory. The second book in the Divine Comedy, and it's also, I have it on the podcast, so I will link it to that. But so Dante is also literature, but it's easy to forget. Or he's also moral philosophy and cultural history, and there's so many layers into his work, and it's a synthesis of all theology and philosophy up to that time in the late 1200s or beginning of 1300 when he's writing it, between more or less 1308 to 1321. And to give like just a short overview, I mean, the whole trilogy is a journey. You could say in overall it's about afterlife, and then being in Inferno or in Purgatory or in Paradise. But it's as much about how your life can be here on Earth, like allegorically it's about life on Earth. So Inferno is about the different sins, but if you do like sins in the sense of missing the mark or like destructive behavior, and just the consequence of destructive behavior, metaphorically being in a timeless state of in the Inferno, and then like he's just describing the most typical flaws we have as humans, like in our human nature, which is the Inferno. And then as you read through the Purgatory, you get more practical advice on how to balance these things with different virtues, which is a journey. But you also then you're growing and learning with the journey, and especially then through the metaphorically you're climbing a mountain, and then you will change as you read the book because you learn, and the pilgrim in the story is learning, and then he is changing. And then again, like the overall kind of journey is more just develop yourself as a person, develop your intellect and also your spiritual side. And one of the main kind of claims of Dante is that you have to go through 2 books of the rational intellectual development and maturation. Everything has to, like, you have to build up the ability of reason, then, and kind of a rational intellectual way of discerning and filtering, and like he says, is a threshold that you have to, like, of consent in terms of what you hear and what you accept as learning. So that's 2 whole books, and Virgil is the metaphor for this. He's a symbol of your reason. He's kind of a companion or guide, but it's also as much as your inner guide in how you navigate your own life. Like, kind of, you have a Virgil in your head, which is the reason that can help you, and with that is fully developed over 2 books. You have this big moment where Virgil is saying to Dante that I have now taught you everything I can, so I now crown you the lord of yourself, and from here on you can follow your passions and your desires because you have the apparatus to differentiate and to filter and to sort out what you should follow and what's let's say what is constructive and helpful and what is damaging for yourself, because the human instincts are kind of a huge mess by themselves. So that's kind of a part of learning and maturation, and something that if one tries to look at it, it kind of, you get more experience through life, and through, like, every year you have some new things, and then you're starting to see a bigger picture over time with your own life and the other people you know. So but then starts the 3rd book, and this journey into the spiritual knowledge, the more kind of mysterious, transcendent knowledge, which is not for everybody, but it's still, once you get to that point, it's still securely on a secular foot, and everything is put, he kind of builds a rational framework through which you can put in some more intuitive, emotional, spiritual, mysterious kind of knowledge and intuition that you have, and then you get some concrete stuff out of it that can make you understand life better and yourself and the world, and also it's a fun journey. It's like it's more of the knowledge, especially towards like the top when you go into the spiritual, that you have 9 different levels, but the 2 top levels is knowledge and love as the one on 2 tops. symbolized with cherubims and seraphims. Seraph means fire in itself. So love is the fire that's kind of the strongest spiritual force or historical force in the view of Dante and this medieval cosmology that builds on the whole of the ancient world as well. So that's a little bit of an overview, introduction to the comedy, and if you have any questions, just write below. I will answer everything now in the beginning at least. And it's always fun to talk about Dante and to open this world. So Dante is a portal. It was written then in the beginning of the 1300s. It's a portal to all of history before that. But it's also a synthesis, and it's a frame that helps you, because then you can go deeper into parts of it. You can read up on Greek myth, for example, or Greek philosophy, and then you can step back and you can look at the overall picture again that Dante is giving us. So that's is a huge gift for us. It's unique. It's something that we have in kind of the Italian European history, that it's just well, we are just full of gratitude for that. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here, and just as always, hope some of this is inspiring or a little bit helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon.